Hey guys, me again. As I'm out running errands this morning, actually not right now, I promise I'm in my driveway, I'm not driving and filming at the same time. But a lot of you guys have been on my mind this morning, especially those of you who are maybe discouraged or frustrated in your business. You don't think maybe you're ranking fast enough or your team's growing at the pace that you would like. So I just wanted to do a quick video to talk to you guys about that. The first thing I want to say is don't quit. Whatever you do, don't quit. The average diamond takes 2 years to get there. Do you want to know how much the average diamond makes with Plexus? $50,000 a month. So whatever you do, don't quit. I hear excuses a lot. I hear people saying my team's not motivated, my team's not growing as fast as I'd like them to. I can't get any new customers, nobody's interested in my posts. And, when I hear those things, I get it. I've thought them myself, but the only, variable in this whole thing is you. So what are you doing? What could you do differently to grow your business? Could you post differently? Could you post more often? Have you been to any of the trainings? Are you reading books? The thing I love about Plexus is, one, the products really do sell themselves, but people have to know about them and they have to know how to take them, and they need our support and guidance on their journey. The other thing I love about Plexus is you can work it as much or as little as you want. So whether you choose to work it 5 hours a day or 5 hours a week, that's up to you. And neither one is correct. Just because I work at 5 hours a day doesn't mean that I'm going to have more success than the person who only works at 5 hours a week. So when you do work it though, you need to be smart about it. Work smarter, not harder, right? That's the saying. So spend your time on income producing activity and personal development. We all have the exact same products. We all have the exact same tools. We all have the exact same website. I can send you all of the tips and the tricks and all of the training tools and videos and presentations. But are you looking at them? Have you been on our new ambassador call? Have you been on our monthly team call? Have you watched videos on YouTube from the doctors who created Plexus? Have you watched videos on YouTube from, other jewel ambassadors? Some of my favorites are Sonia Dudley and Sarah Marble. Are you doing that on your own? Are you reaching out to people? Are you following up with people? Are your posts personal? There are just so many things we can do when we get in a rut. It's easy to blame other things. And I get it. Life gets in the way. Trust me. I've only been on this journey for 6 months, and I can tell you in those 6 months, I have never missed a day of posting. Now, they haven't been great posts, every single one of them, but I've never missed a day posting with Plexus. And in those 6 months, I've had surgeries where I've been out of commission in the hospital. I worked a full-time job over 40 hours a week where I had an hour commute, and I still had to pick the kid up from daycare. I've been out of the country on vacation. And so certainly I would have been able to use those as excuses and say, you know what, I'm in the hospital, I'm not going to post on Facebook. Or, I'm out of the country, it's my vacation, I'm not going to do it. But I am committed to this, and I decided a long time ago that if I was going to work the business, I was going to be all in. And so I want to encourage each of you, if you want this to become a full-time gig, or you want to make an extra $200, $300, $400 a month, you have to be all in. That doesn't mean you have to spend every waking hour working Plexus. If you schedule, 10 minutes a day to work on Plexus, that's great. Just be really focused on those 10 minutes. But you have to be committed. You have to be all in. And you have to have some conviction in your belief in these products. And when I say that, what I mean is, there's going to be skeptics out there. So when you're confronted with skeptics, don't shrink back. Don't get nervous. Don't get upset. Just provide them with the facts and accurate information. And if they still don't want to believe it, just bless them and release them. We can't change everybody's minds. The best we can do is provide information and education, and then people have to make their own decisions, right? But if somebody isn't getting the results they want and they're frustrated, again, it's not the products, but you have to have that belief. I've heard from many people who have said, oh, you know, so-and-so told me that they didn't get the results they wanted after a month, so I told them at least they tried. Well, you know, that's not acceptable. If you want to work this as a business, that is not what you want to say. You want to say, wait a minute, these products work. I know they work. You know, how can I help you so you can get the results that you want? And then work with them on their regimen. I talked earlier in an earlier video this morning that, you know, what works for me isn't going to work for you. So that's a big part of it. But don't just say, oh, well. You know, I have a lot of people who say, well, I can't afford it right now. And people say, oh, well, okay, maybe one day you can afford it. Well, you know, that's not acceptable either. I get people, you know, living paycheck to paycheck and you really do not have room in your budget for Plexus at the time. That is different than somebody just saying, I can't afford it, and you saying, okay. Work with them. Try to find different options. We have many people on our team who, when they started their business, they couldn't afford their own products, but they committed, and now they have a team under them and they're able to afford their own products. But you know what? They built that team before they'd even tried the products themselves. That's how much they believed in Plexus. That's how committed they were to their business and to getting it to work. I'm not saying this, I don't want to, you know, make anybody feel bad. I don't want to scare anybody off. I hope that's not how you take this. I just know that you can be successful. You can absolutely do it. So many people are at the top of Plexus and they are no different than you or I. They're not salesmen. They don't have any special skills. They just had the belief, the commitment, and the conviction to do it. Now, we are all here to help you. So we're all going to get discouraged. I've been discouraged, certainly. I have felt like my business wasn't going the way I wanted to. I've even been discouraged in my own success from the products. But you just have to dig deep and see what you're doing yourself that can make a difference and that can make the changes and that can get the results you want. So please do not hesitate to send me a message. I message people all day long. You can private message me on Facebook. You can work with your sponsor. You can work with both of us. We are here to help you be successful. You know what my ultimate goal is? I would love, 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 love to see all of you guys in Maui next year. It takes the average Emerald 12 to 14 months to get there. You have to qualify by July, the end of July, to be able to go on the Maui trip. I would love to make that happen. And let's, you know, how can I help you guys, each and every one of you, to hit Emerald next year? It is plenty of time. You can do it. I'm not even Emerald yet, and I know you guys can hit it. So let's all work together. Let's all have that conviction and belief, and let's all be in Maui next year together.